Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Wood. Today is the 1-year anniversary of Fun Facts Daily. We've learned over 1,330 facts about 266 different subjects, and today I thought what better topic to explore than anniversaries. 1-year anniversary feels like it's worth celebrating, and I appreciate all of you who have tuned in, given the show a chance, and helped it grow over the last year. So I thought it's the perfect time to do another listener giveaway. All you have to do is send me an email at funfactsdailypod@gmail.com and put the word of the day from today's episode in the subject line. Do that by May 5th, and you'll be entered to win a $50 Visa gift card. Now, as always, before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Consider this. There are many articles and lists circulating telling people what type of gift to give for different anniversary milestones. But some say those old traditions, like giving paper for the first year, silver for the 25th, or gold for the 50th, aren't really old traditions. They were actually modern inventions concocted by advertisers and greeting card companies in the 20th century who just wanted to sell more products. Are these milestone materials just a modern marketing scheme, or do they have ancient historical roots that go back for centuries? What do you think? Could the whole system just be a clever corporate invention meant to empty our wallets? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is jubilee. That's Jubilee. A jubilee is a special anniversary of an event, particularly one celebrating 25 or 50 years of a continuing activity. You'll often hear this word used when celebrating the reign of a monarch, the anniversary of a town's founding, or a major institutional milestone. It represents a joyous occasion filled with public celebration, reflection on the past, and excitement for the future. The word jubilee traveled through several ancient languages before reaching English. It originally stems from the Hebrew word yobel, which translates to ram's horn. In ancient times, a ram's horn was blown like a trumpet to announce the beginning of a special celebratory year. The word then passed into ancient Greek and eventually late Latin as jubileus, where it was heavily influenced by the similar sounding Latin verb jubilare, which means to shout for joy. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about anniversaries. Number 1. Every year, a city in California holds an anniversary party for a light bulb. One of the most unique and longest-running anniversary celebrations in the entire world is dedicated to a single, resilient light bulb. It's located inside Fire Station 6 in the city of Livermore, California. This hand-blown bulb was first flipped on all the way back in the year 1901. Since then, it has been burning almost continuously, outlasting generations of firefighters and defying all expectations for the lifespan of a light bulb. Guinness World Records officially recognizes it as the longest burning light bulb in human history. Every year, the local community and enthusiastic fans from around the world actually gather to celebrate the bulb's extraordinary anniversary of illumination. The fire station even installed a dedicated webcam so people around the world can check in anytime to see the light is still on. When the bulb reached its massive centennial anniversary in 2001, the town threw a huge community barbecue complete with live music and local dignitaries. While the exact date when the bulb was first installed is not known, the anniversary is celebrated in June. As of the time of this recording, the bulb is still going strong thanks to its low wattage, thick filament, and oddly enough, the fact that it has been kept on continuously. By keeping the light on constantly, it stays at a steady temperature so the bulb doesn't suffer the wear of thermal shock. This coming June will mark 125 years. That's a massive milestone for one little bulb. Number 2. Anniversaries aren't just for humans. The natural world has its own way of recording the passage of yearly milestones. In the trunk of a tree, a brand new layer of wood grows just beneath the bark every single year. These concentric circles are known as tree rings, and they are a perfect natural anniversary marker of the plant's continuous growth. Scientists who study these rings practice a fascinating field called dendrochronology to understand the exact age of the tree. By simply counting the rings from the center outward, we can determine how many yearly anniversaries that specific tree has celebrated. And these rings are valuable for more than just counting the years. They also give us a historical weather record. A wide ring indicates a year of abundant rainfall and excellent growing conditions for the tree. Conversely, a very narrow ring tells the story of a difficult year marked by drought, freezing temperatures, and other environmental stress. By examining these annual anniversary rings, scientists can actually reconstruct ancient climates from thousands of years before human weather records ever existed. Number 3. The historic announcement of the discovery of Pluto was kept secret so it could be revealed on another planet's anniversary. When a young astronomer named Clyde Tombaugh successfully spotted Pluto through his telescope on February 18, 1930, you might expect he would have immediately shouted the news from the rooftops. But instead, the Lowell Observatory in Arizona decided to keep it quiet for almost an entire month. The astronomers wanted to make sure they had a truly unforgettable moment for their grand reveal. They chose to delay the public announcement until March 13th so it would perfectly align with a dual-purpose planetary anniversary. March 13th just so happened to be the exact 149th anniversary of the discovery of the planet Uranus by the famous astronomer William Herschel. But that's not all. It was also the birthday of Percival Lowell, the man who founded the observatory and originally predicted Pluto's existence. By holding back the news, the astronomy community created a magnificent, overlapping celebration of cosmic discoveries. And on the topic of anniversaries in space, here's a little bonus fact for today. NASA has been known to mark anniversaries on their missions. In August 2013, NASA's Curiosity rover was busy exploring the dusty red surface of Mars when a very special Earth date rolled around. To celebrate the rover's official one-year anniversary of landing on the Martian surface, scientists back at the Goddard Space Flight Center decided to program a delightfully unexpected surprise. The rover's sample analysis instruments had moving parts that could be controlled with extreme precision. So they sent a special string of commands through deep space that instructed the instrument to vibrate its mechanical components at very specific frequencies. These vibrations perfectly mimicked the tune of the Happy Birthday song, allowing the little robotic explorer to literally hum the classic celebratory tune out loud to the empty Martian landscape. Number 4. During the 50th anniversary celebration of the Golden Gate Bridge, the bridge actually flattened out under the weight of all the people who came to celebrate. In 1987, officials in San Francisco decided to celebrate the bridge's golden anniversary by closing it to vehicles and opening it exclusively to pedestrians. They expected around 50,000 people to show up for a pleasant morning stroll, but an estimated 300,000 fans actually flooded onto the iconic orange span. People were packed shoulder to shoulder across the entire length of the structure, creating a really dense human traffic jam. The weight of all those celebrating people pressed down on the suspension cables so heavily that the famous slightly arced roadway completely flattened out. While this might sound terrifying, engineers quickly reassured the public that the bridge was in absolutely no danger of collapsing. The Golden Gate Bridge was designed to flex, sway, and bear immense loads, meaning the bridge was simply doing what it was built to do. The suspension cables still had plenty of strength to spare despite the massive record-breaking crowd. And our fifth and final fun fact for today. In 2011, a couple set the world record for the longest marriage in human history, lasting 86 years and 290 days. Herbert and Zelmyra Fisher were married on May 13, 1924, and their union lasted over 86 years until Mr. Fisher peacefully passed away at the age of 105. At the time of his passing, his wife Zelmyra was 103 years old, making them true legends of lifelong commitment. The Guinness World Records officially recognized them as having the longest recorded marriage in human history. The Fishers saw the world change a lot over the years. Their marriage lasted through the Great Depression, World War II, the Civil Rights Movement, and even the dawn of the Internet. When asked about their secret to such a phenomenally long relationship, they frequently said there wasn't any magical trick to it at all. They explained they simply grew up together, functioning as best friends, and chose to commit to each other every single day. Their beautiful 86-year anniversary stands as an inspiring testament to the power of enduring friendship, mutual respect, and lifelong teamwork. Now for some news you can use. While there are many wonderful ways to celebrate an anniversary, try creating a meaningful tradition, something like an anniversary journal. Instead of scrambling to buy physical stuff, purchase a good quality notebook or journal that you can share with your partner or even just for yourself, tracking personal milestones in your career or hobbies. On your anniversary each year, sit down and write an entry that includes your favorite memory from the past year, one challenge you successfully overcame, and one exciting goal for the upcoming year. This can be helpful because it forces you to pause and reflect in a world that's always rushing forward. In the early anniversaries, a few entries may not seem like much, but over a lifetime, it adds up to a lot. That single journal transforms into a priceless, handwritten historical document of your life's journey and personal growth. Psychologists also note that the act of writing down positive memories together significantly boosts feelings of gratitude and deepens emotional connection. When you eventually reach your 10th, 25th, or even 50th anniversary, reading through decades of those annual entries will be significantly more valuable than any store-bought item you could ever receive. Finally, the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked, do you think those traditional anniversary gift lists, saying paper for the first year, silver for the 25th, and gold for the 50th, were invented by greeting card companies to boost their sales? This one's a fallacy. While modern jewelers and retailers did eventually expand and standardize the list in 1937 to cover more consecutive years, the practice actually goes all the way back to the Holy Roman Empire. During that era, if a couple was lucky enough to reach their 25th anniversary, the husband would proudly crown his wife with a wreath made of solid silver. If they reached their 50th, she received a wreath of gold. And that's where we get the idea of the silver and golden anniversaries. When the modern list was created in the 1930s, it just filled in the gaps with beautiful symbolisms, starting with fragile paper for year 1 and building up to rock-solid diamond in year 60. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about anniversaries with me today, and a big thank you to everyone who's tuning in to celebrate 1 year of Fun Facts Daily. And be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.